Oh, you're gonna be like smoking throughout the pod? Is that what you're talking
Probably
about?
just like little tokes. It's fine.
I'm not gonna smoke this one. The last one, I was just too high to even comprehend my life.
I've been building up kind of a tolerance, and it's kind of worrying me.
I was starting to do that too, but because of my heart attack situation thing, I decided to stop smoking for a week.
Wouldn't weed though be like preventing heart attacks?
I don't know, because I didn't want to take any chances, because
Mm.
it was like around the time I started to smoke a ton of weed was when I was getting the chest pains, and I was like, okay, maybe I should stop.
Mm.
And honestly, it went away after I stopped smoking, so. But I
Oh.
don't think it was. I don't
Maybe,
think it has
do you
any
think it's
correlation.
maybe it's the pods, bro? You can't trust them pods. You gotta
Yeah,
smoke.
maybe. And it's
Sm-
that government weed.
yeah, you gotta smoke that flower, bro, from the fucking corner store guy. You gotta meet a corner store guy that sells weed on the side, and then become friends with him.
Yeah, his name's Terry.
Terry sells weed.
Yeah. Yeah, Terry.
I didn't know Terry did. Fucking Terry, what a guy.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. He only sells me on the low. On the low, low. You gotta keep it low key. Oh shit, we're recording.
Yeah.
Everybody can hear this. Well, welcome back to the Something Original podcast. My name's Chase.
And I'm Gan. None.
Oh, well, welcome back, Ian.
What's up, man?
Oh, just chilling. I do want to apologize. I know we missed a week, but I'll be completely transparent. I don't know if I'll leave it in the beginning, but I was having some chest pains, dude, and I went to the hospital last Sunday for that shit. So yeah, that's usually that's our fucking recording day. So that kind of just fell through.
Yeah, I texted you. You didn't even text me back until the next day. I thought something bad happened. The last thing you texted me was like, "Hey, going into urgent care." I texted you and I was like, "Hey, I'm going out with my family shopping this weekend." And then you texted me and you were like, "I'm going to urgent care." LOL. I text you, "Are you okay?" Question mark exclamation point. 24 hours later. "Oh, sorry, bro. Didn't see you texted me. I thought you might have died."
I apologize, man. I apologize. But well, okay. Here's the whole situation. So I had chest pain. I literally had every single symptom of a heart attack that whole week. So chest pain started I had like left arm pain. That is literally like the number one sign that you're having a heart attack is if you have like weird aching arm pain in your left arm specifically. So I had that literally the whole week. I didn't really have a ton of chest pain. It would like kind of transfer over here and there. And then Saturday, it was kind of bad. I was like, okay, that's like a little uncomfortable, whatever. I'm just going to take it easy. I did. Felt better. And then Sunday rolls around. Sunday is when I felt the worst. My arm pain completely went away and it was all in my chest. So I was like, okay, this is weird. And then like anytime I tried to eat something, I just couldn't. It hurt so bad. So I didn't eat. I basically didn't eat that entire weekend. And then finally tried to eat something for dinner Sunday night. And then I was like, I think I'm having a heart attack. Like I thought my chest was gonna pop out of my heart was gonna pop out of my chest.
Cheesy peas.
Yeah, so I had Shiloh. Thankfully, Shiloh was there. She drove me to the hospital. Got checked in, and then that's when I texted you. I texted you as I was on my way to the urgent care.
Mm.
I was like, I'm going to urgent care, LOL. And then when I get there, obviously, they're like doing all these tests and stuff. Get there at like 6 o'clock my time. Get all the tests. They check me in. They run tests for like 15 minutes, and then they have me sitting in a waiting room until 10 o'clock.
For a heart attack? Dude, you should have been like priority. What the fuck?
Oh, because they kept asking me. It was like, okay, so what's your pain level at? And when I first got there, I was like a 9. Like I feel like I'm having a heart attack, but it wasn't like super severe to the point. When I got to the hospital, I was like, I don't think I'm. I was like, I think I'm having a heart attack, but maybe it's not so bad. Like I can kind of bear it, but it was still hurting. And then they had me wait into the waiting room for a couple minutes, and then I completely chilled out. Like my pain went down to like a 4. So I was like, okay, maybe it wasn't a heart attack. So I kind of felt I kind of fucked myself. So once I got in there, I really couldn't leave because they fucking put an IV in me. And I couldn't just leave. I couldn't walk out and be like, all right, well, I feel better, because they had that fucking IV in me. And then it's like 10 o'clock. I got there at 6. 10 o'clock, they finally bring me back to a fucking room. And I'm like, all right, I could have just fucking gone home at this point. Like, I don't even care. But they sent me back to a room. They, like, take a bunch of blood. They run a bunch of tests. And they're like, we don't know what's wrong with you. And I was like, okay, thanks for that. And after they tell me they don't know what's wrong with me and they recommend me, like, just go see a family, like, doctor or whatever, or a cardiologist, they were like, okay, yeah, and so we'll have a nurse come in and take out your IV and everything. You should be good to go. That fucking nurse takes an hour. No, takes, I don't know. I left at 1. I left at 1 in the morning. So I sat in this fucking hospital room for fucking, honestly, like 2-3 hours. Because I got brought back at like 10. And I leave at 1 in the morning.
You got left to rot, bro.
Seriously, dude. And I bet they fucking charge you, too, for like how long you're in the hospital. That's not fucking fair. I would definitely want that exited off the bill. But I guess I'm fine. I feel a lot better. But we're actually late getting this episode out too. What happened yesterday again?
I got late.
Yeah, you got late.
Yeah, I got late.
You don't want to talk about it?
Oh, I just fell asleep, bro.
You fell asleep?
Yeah, I got up at work today at 2:30, bro.
Oh.
I work early AF. That's why I get off early AF.
I meant like Sunday, not yesterday.
Oh, Sunday? What
Yeah.
did happen Sunday, bro?
We were playing Smite all day. Honestly, I forgot we were supposed to record the podcast Sunday. But then I think you had like that class.
Oh, that's right. I had driving class all day. That's right.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure you were like, yeah, I just can't do a podcast right now.
Yeah, I was just mentally drained.
Yeah.
That was the longest 9 hours of my life.
I kind of do like taking breaks from the podcast. And I bet the audience doesn't like that, but
Yeah.
I mean, I feel a lot more refreshed, like coming back from taking a break and doing the podcast. But
Definitely.
I mean, we definitely will not be taking breaks like this all the time. Just letting everybody know.
I've heard Bobby Lee, that comedian I've talked about sometimes.
Yeah.
I heard him talk about in his podcast how he's like, sometimes he's like, dude, sometimes I come in here and I have no idea. Because he does this like every single week consistently. And he's on like multiple podcasts a week. And he is just like, I couldn't even imagine. I mean, like, he's also a celebrity, so his life's probably like pretty exciting all the time.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, like people who don't have day jobs.
Yeah.
And I mean, basically their podcast is their day job. That must be so nice, because I know me and Gannon, we both have fucking day jobs, that we have to. Those are our main priorities. The podcast is secondary. Some people actually put their whole fucking time and effort into podcast, and that's just not fair.
I mean, that'd be the dream.
It would be the dream. Dude, just keep waiting. 2022, bro. That's going to be our year. I'm manifesting it. Something Originals year 2022.
Hey, speaking of that, we are on all platforms, guys. We are on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, you name it, we got it. We're there. So, thank you guys for the constant support.
I love that. I loved how you threw that in. But also, leave a comment, leave a review, leave a like, subscribe anywhere. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your friends, tell your aunt about the podcast.
The word.
Spread the word, dude. I mean, we're cool. We're hip. We're out there. So getting into the nitty gritty. I know I asked you this the other day, but I feel like your best career move going forward would be voice acting. I've talked about this before on the podcast. But in this scenario, you get a job as a voice actor to voice act yourself in a hentai. All right? So you're straight up voice acting this dude in a hentai, having sex.
Can you describe my character? I want it to be more in depth because I did answers before, but now I want some more spice to it. I want you to describe my character.
Well, have you ever watched hentai? Let's just
No.
get that out there. No. Straight up?
No.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest, I have. I've dabbled. But it's always like a really gross looking guy having sex with these like super hot anime chicks, whatever. I would say your guy is just you, just slobbier.
Oh, nice. Oh, okay.
Slobbier.
Cool.
Like
Oh, yeah.
add a few more pounds to your character, like yourself, you know. And you have like glasses on and like a very cheesy kind of stubbly mustache.
I have glasses either way.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
That's fucked up, bro.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But you're let's say you're just in college and you're like you find this chick is absolutely repulsed by you but still finds you sexually attractive. This is how every fucking hentai goes. This is how every hentai goes. I'm telling you, I don't know. At least all the ones I've watched. I've only watched like 3. But I'm not going to try to like embarrass myself on the podcast, but I am at the same time. Anyways, this is how I've always envisioned hentai. That's your character. The consenting other party in this instance is super attractive, I guess, whatever. But you're voice acting your own character. Are you jerking off to your own hentai?
Probably. Yes.
Probably, even given that scenario, even given your character description.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'd still love me, even in that version.
Yeah. That's good. I mean, that's good. Body pause.
Yeah. But
Are you gonna ask me?
yeah, dude. What would you?
Beat off to your
Yes.
hentai? Yes.
Hell yeah.
All the support, dude. I mean, I'm there
That's
for
what
you,
I'm talking
man.
about.
I
That's
get
what
a
I'm
nut
talking
off. God, this is so fucking. This is so bad, actually. I'm glad
No,
Shiloh's not home yet. She's probably gonna come home halfway through this podcast, and I'm glad she didn't hear that part.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Would you beat for my hentai if I voice acted one?
Oh yeah.
Given the same scenario. Really?
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome,
What?
man.
You're allowed to jump on the answer for me, but I can't jump on it for you? No, that sounded wrong.
That's
That's what I'm talking
no.
about.
This is gonna be a collage of TikToks. I'm already, dude. I'm on that TikTok game. Have you noticed?
Yes, dude.
Audience members, have you noticed? I've been on that fucking TikTok game.
I'm talking content.
Let me ask you this: what do you think the lingerie equivalent for a guy is?
Lingerie equivalent for a guy? Probably a nice banana hammock.
Like a banana, like it would have to be something with the dick, obviously.
Yeah.
Like girls, they got both the booby situation and the
Yeah,
panty
something that
situation,
really-
you know?
Yeah, something that really accentuates the, manhood.
The manhood. You don't think you would do anything like on the stomach area?
Oh, like a singlet?
Like a leotard or
Yeah.
something? Sexy leotard?
Like Borat?
Oh, yeah.
I'm in there. Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, Borat himself, dude, is just the epitome of men's lingerie.
Yeah, and we're
standard.
sex appeal.
Sex appeal,
Yeah.
just overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In general.
You watch his newest thing?
Which one?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched a single one of his things.
I did watch the new one. Oh, yeah, I did watch the new one. It had Bobby Lee in it. No, that's Dictator.
Oh, really?
Dictator. He had Bobby Lee in it. And I really.
I've seen Dictator.
Yeah.
Dictator was good.
Bobby Lee is in that. But yeah, I saw the new Borat, but I was like kind of half paying attention. Sometimes I low key realize that I put on like movies and TV shows just for like background noise, and then I'll hop on my phone. You know what I'm saying? So it feels like I'm productive in some way when I have the TV on. Is that weird? Does anybody else?
thing.
Yeah. Does anybody else do that?
I seriously just put on white noise in the background, but it's so hard. I always go back to the same shit because you don't want to like be putting on something that you kind of want to watch.
Yeah.
And just knowing in the back of your head you're not going to watch it.
Yeah, that's where.
So I always resort to like New Girl, The Office, or like Parks and Rec, because I've seen all those all the way through, and I can rewatch them and be okay with it.
Where's Parks and Rec at?
Netflix.
It's still on Netflix?
I thought so. Maybe it's not. Maybe it took it off because of Peacock sitch.
Dude, I hope it's on there. I'll check after this.
I bet it's not, honestly. Since if The Office is off it, I bet
I feel like it's not on there.
Parks and Rec is.
Because I haven't seen it in a long time, and it's always on mine.
Yeah, that sucks.
Ron Swanson's a fucking dude.
I saw Spider-Man. Probably shouldn't give away any spoilers.
Please don't.
But, dude, I highly recommend. I was so fortunate. Our friends out here, they bought us tickets, and it kind of worked out because my birthday was yesterday, actually, as of recording the podcast. But for the podcast listeners, it'll be 2 days ago when they hear it. But yeah, dude, Spider-Man was sick ass.
Who's your favorite? Wait, I think, did we need to ask that question? Who's your favorite Spider-Man villain?
Spider-Man villain?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Who's your favorite?
I don't even think we've heard of favorite Spider-Man. Period.
Favorite Spider-Man?
Yeah. Who's your favorite Spider-Man?
Dude, honestly, I'm like probably like in a real minority here, especially with my generation. But I really like Tom Holland, honestly. He does a great job as Spider-Man.
See, I thought you were going to go Andrew Garfield there, because I was like, oh, is he going to like break the fucking standard or the stereotype of Spider-Mans? But my favorite is Andrew Garfield.
Oh, nice.
I'm different, dude.
Why?
I don't know. I kind of, because honestly, Tobey Maguire, I obviously have all the love for Tobey Maguire. Like, I grew up with his movies. I watched every single one of them 1,000 times. Loved it. But I just felt like he was such a boring-ish actor, you know? He always kind of had the same kind of, like,
are you serious?
Expression.
When Venom hits him, did you remember when Venom hits him, bro? Are you serious?
No, he's a good actor, but I just felt like for some reason, I just didn't think he was Spider-Man, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm going to get a ton of hate, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm
sorry.
I said Tom Holland, so.
Yeah.
And that's but
Andrew Garfield. Well, okay. Explain to me why you like Tom Holland more.
Because he's got Jake Gyllenhaal in one of the movies too. That's probably honestly my favorite Spider-Man villain is Mysterio.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't watched that. That's the only Spider-Man movie I've never seen.
No, bro,
I'm not.
It's so good.
I know. I wanted to see it, and obviously I saw the newest Spider-Man without seeing that other one. But I understand like what happened, so I didn't go into it blind.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal was sweet in that one.
But is that the only reason why you like Tom Holland was because they had Jake Gyllenhaal in it?
I mean, that's a pretty big reason.
Really? That's take away the villain aspect of Spider-Man. Who is your favorite Spider-Man?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I still like Tom. I think that Tom Holland's done a great job.
Okay, yeah. I would also say the same thing. I think Tom Holland is a good Peter Parker and a good Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Like, Andrew Garfield was a good Spider-Man, not a so good Peter Parker, and I think...
Are you serious? Wait, that's actually what I was going to bring up. Sorry. Wait, you go ahead first? Sorry.
Well, I think that's what, like, everybody's consensus is. Like, Tobey Maguire's a good Peter Parker, wasn't the best Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield was not good at Peter Parker, but good at Spider-Man. Tom Holland is a good in-between.
I saw this thing where they said that Andrew Garfield is the best because he went through, like, the most tragedy and pain in his series. Because he lost MJ.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, he went...
Yeah.
Like, he lost...
No, he lost Gwen Stacy.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Wow, dude. You don't even know.
Well, I'm not really a huge Spider-Man guy in the first place. Just say.
Take it back right now.
I'm just gonna say it. Not a huge Spider-Man.
Take it back right now.
I want them.
So who's your favorite like Marvel superhero?
Doctor Doom.
Okay. Yeah. I mean that's a good one, honestly.
Doctor Doom is the shit. He's
he
like
is the shit.
I look at him as like an anti-hero. because it's like
Those are always the best. Like the Punisher, also.
yeah.
He's very good.
Because, like, Doctor Doom, like, I know he's, like, the villain of, like, Fantastic Four and shit, but then there's, like, other, like, comics where you see Doctor Doom. Like, there's a comic where Tony Stark was kidnapped, and then they went to Doctor Doom to consult on, like, what to do, because everyone was just like, what should we do? Because they just abducted Tony Stark. And Doctor Doom was like, dude, gotta get him back. It's like, that's the most dangerous person to have over there. Doctor Doom's the goat. And then, I mean, I also like Star-Lord, too. A lot.
Star-Lord, yeah.
What about you, bro?
Do you like Star-Lord, or do you like Chris Pratt Star-Lord?
Both.
Okay. All right. I'm not a big Chris Pratt guy anymore, but that I don't want to get into it, honestly. So, I mean, I wish they did more. I wish they did a standalone Doctor Doom movie.
Yeah.
Or just a series, maybe. That'd be cool, like on Disney Plus, like having a Doctor Doom.
Because, dude, in his story arc, he pretty much goes from like a top of the line scientist to like a god. Like what?
Yeah.
His arc would be so interesting just to see if they could somehow articulate it so it's like from his eyes and like from his point of view without it being like too over the top like evil shit. I don't know. That'd be sweet. I mean, I feel like Marvel would do a great job with that.
They've been killing it lately with their exclusive stuff. Did you see it? Eternals?
Oh, I have not. That's one I need to see. I saw Shang-Chi.
So did I. I didn't see Eternals though, and I guess a lot of people don't like it. I don't know.
It looks sweet.
Did you know they had a sex scene?
Are you serious? Children watch that.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they didn't like it. The children.
Yeah. We gotta protect the youngins. That's crazy.
So who's your favorite Spider-Man villain? Is it Mysterio?
Yeah. He's trippy, that's why.
Yeah. I never like really understood him in the comics. Like I never like saw a bunch of comics with Mysterio. I knew he was like one of the main I kind of like how these new Spider-Man movies are kind of bringing out some of the more lesser known Spider-Man villains. Like the Vulture was one, Mysterio. That's so fucking crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the Vulture is pretty well known. And
yeah.
Like I remember back in like that night. Do you remember like the original like Amazing Spider-Man series they had like back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Spider-Man, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like Mysterio was in that one quite a bit.
Yeah, but I always, every time I would watch it or read the comics, I just would never see Mysterio. I knew he was in it. I knew he was a part of the story. I just never would see him, you know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like if I watched or read Batman. I knew the Riddler was always like a huge part in the story. Just never would see him. So I never got attached to that kind of character, you know?
Dude, Jim Carrey plays him.
See, I don't know. I never seen. I've
What?
always I've somehow alluded. Alluded.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, whatever.
You haven't seen the Riddler's Two-Faced Batman, bro?
No.
What?
No.
Have you?
I've only seen a handful of the old school Batmans.
Please say George Clooney with Mr. Freeze. Have you seen that one?
Yes, I've seen that. I've seen that one. Yeah.
George Clooney was a.
I've seen the one with poison. Is the one with Poison Ivy also?
Yeah. And Bane, bro. They went fucking in on that one.
Yeah, I've seen the one with the Penguin too. I've seen the Jack Nicholson Joker.
One. That was a good one.
Super good. I mean, I've seen all the classics. I've seen all the ones that I should care about. I feel like. Yeah. I kind of want to flex for a sec. We were kind of talking about TikTok. I have this TikTok comment. I commented on this video. It's just a out of the blue video. Kind of want to flex. I have like 20,000 likes on this comment that I posted. So 20,000 people have acknowledged like my take on something.
What'd you say?
It was a video about how they're like, I guess we can actually kind of talk about this. It was a video how like schools in development and, you know, modern day, they're designing the schools, the classrooms and the hallways to be like curved and like they're taking advice from like video game developers on how to lay out their schools because of all the mass shootings, all the school shootings. And it was like kind of like a weird, like, holy shit, like how far have we come from like school being about like just learning and teaching people
Right.
to like now they have to bring in this whole side of it where we have to protect the students to the point where we have to redesign our fucking school layout, you know, just to keep them safe, you know. And I just commented, I was like it's so crazy, or it was just something along the lines of like, imagine if schools were built for education and not school shooters, you know. And that got 20,000 likes, and I had a couple hundred people telling me I'm fucking retarded, whatever.
Chase for Congress.
Chase for president, legalizing marijuana and making hentai a national pastime.
You have my vote, good sir.
I would run as a like fifth party, spaghetti monster party.
Okay. I see you got good moral values. Good
moral values.
Good home values.
Traditional family values. That's what I stand for.
That's what I was looking for, actually.
So I mean, what's your take on that? What's your take in like the school system in general? Honestly, we haven't really talked about this. Because I know you're a big study bee back in high school.
I mean, I'm not. Nah, dude. Back in high school, I was terrible, bro.
I know. It was
back in high school, I was terrible. Like I was like a C student, honestly. I don't know. Like with school, I've always had a extremely hard time paying attention, and I actually found out in like later years, like it sounds bad, but to calm me down, sometimes just smoking a little bit helps. I know that sounds like extremely addictive personality, but whatever.
No, I don't think it. I think because people take Adderall, you know, so they could focus and pay attention. But I realized later on, if I take anything that's like kind of related to Adderall, it has the opposite effect for me. It actually calms me down. Like people get Adderall to like for like, you know, ADHD and stuff, you know, to just mellow themselves out. But other people who don't have ADHD, they would get like a fucking crazy worker mentality, you know. And I've learned that I have like ADHD, like I have, you know, like this just crazy thing that I just never realized. And honestly, if I probably would have known about that stuff in high school, I probably would have done better in high school.
Yeah, dude.
So do you think you had something like that?
Definitely, because when I took Adderall in later years, that was like the best week of high school, or not high school, but like college I ever had. Back when I was in that music school, yeah, dude, it was crazy. It was like a couple weeks. I was trying it out, honestly, just to see how it was, because I knew somebody. And I was like, wow, changed my life. Took the best notes. I had like full on notes, fully into the class discussion. It was crazy. I was like, wow.
So you don't have ADHD, like Adderall, like technically Adderall worked opposite for you. So you did have like that busy bee mentality. Oh, that's cool, man.
Like I literally went home and I wouldn't just like chill. I would go home and clean. I turn on music and I would want to clean, bro.
That's what people do. That's what people did in my college too. They would take a bunch of Adderall and they would be like, "All right, I gotta like finish this project tonight." And I was like, "I can't fucking take Adderall because I will want to go to bed."
Right. The person
that's so crazy.
The person I was living with at the time, she was like, "Who are you, bro?" Because I was like, I cleaned that whole house that day, bro. I came home.
Yeah.
And dude, I literally didn't eat or nothing that whole day. I drank coffee in the morning before I took it.
Oh my god, dude.
And I didn't eat anything pretty much until like 9:00 at night.
You should never mix Adderall and coffee together. That's just like legal cocaine.
Merica.
Merica. Do you think they should just make Adderall like recreational?
Definitely not, because I feel like
Why not?
Let's send this world into the Matrix.
Isn't that what we want, though?
Yeah. I mean, dude, I felt like you've seen that movie with Bradley Cooper called Limitless.
Are you gonna yell at me if I say I haven't?
Oh my god, dude! So good. Okay, but he like takes a pill and he like pretty much like becomes like this like smartest like ever. Like he's just like extremely like knows how to do anything pretty much. That's what it felt.
I know the premise of it. I've always seen like commercials or people always talk about it because I guess it was such like, oh my god, that's like such a crazy concept of a movie. But I was like, I've totally fucking thought of that myself, honestly. Like, wouldn't it be awesome if you could take a pill and it wakes every part of your brain at once, whatever.
Side effect I didn't like about it. Fucking when I listen to certain music though, I get real bad anxiety. That was what fucked me up. Like when I was in the car, like going home, I'd be like, "Yo, what is going on?" Yeah. I couldn't listen to like songs that I would regularly listen to, because like.
Could you stand sitting in a car? Some people just can't like even do that. Some people like ride their bikes and shit.
Cruising around, honestly, like it sounds kind of fucked, but like cruising around on it, like it felt like I was extremely focused, even on like my thoughts, even, you know, so like I could kind of like drive around and just like think too. It was great. Yeah, I was so productive that day. I should have like I should have just like grabbed a dream journal or something, and started writing. I could have wrote a book or something. I'm an idiot.
Well, you are writing a book.
I know, but now I don't have superpowers.
Do you think a pill like that exists in the world already?
Yeah, maybe. I feel like shit nowadays, like there's so much shit that gets leaked nowadays, dude. I feel like shit like that would be leaked.
Oh, did you see that video I sent you on TikTok about the CIA guy, like basically, like admitting that we are like hybrid aliens?
I think so. I think I sent you also one similar back before.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. we send each other so many videos. It's crazy. Like I lose track of all of them. But for people that want the context, this video, it was of this guy. He's in the CIA, and I guess he's just like this video got leaked. He was like teaching a class of like recruits coming into the CIA or just lower level rankings of the CIA, I guess, whatever. This guy is like a like decorated CIA vet. He's been with the organization for like 40 something years. And he's just like, and he showed all of his proof. He showed like fucking the document, the like little chip that you get. I guess you get a chip. I don't know. It's like a coin, I guess. I don't know.
Cool.
But he's talking about how basically the video starts out with like how the CIA basically invented Google, or they invented the software and sold it to Google. So like Google Earth, it was all basically the CIA did that, and Google just slapped their name on it. And the search engine that Google uses was developed by the CIA. Just FYI. For everybody out there. But then it just kind of fucking goes off the rails, and he starts talking about how like, yeah, we know aliens exist. We've seen them, we've talked with them, we've obviously investigated all those countless UFO sightings, so we know about every single one of them. We can tell you which ones are fake, which ones are real. Basically, like, he basically admits like, oh yeah, fucking aliens are real. And he I guess they've figured out that forever ago aliens came fucking down here, had sex with a bunch of monkeys, and that turned the monkeys into us. Like over time we hit a fucking evolution spike or some shit with the alien DNA, and the all the monkey offspring became us, and we are fucking hybrid aliens.
Merica.
Isn't that so fucking insane?
Yeah.
What are we doing with our lives? I work a 9-to-5 job, and I am a hybrid alien. Get me off this earth, bro.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying.
What are your thoughts? Do you somehow like know, like, did you always kind of know? Because I mean, hearing that, it didn't really like shock me. I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess, like,
Yeah, I think I've always had kind of like a feeling of it.
because there was always that like picture that went around. Do you know this? It was like a art painting or something where it was like somebody like painted a monkey and an alien. It was like a wedding photo with a baby that looked like a human baby. It was like the monkey like
No.
dad and the alien mom, and it was like a human baby in the middle.
No, I didn't see
It
it.
was like a family portrait. It was so funny, and everybody was like, they aren't ready to have this conversation. And I was like, yeah, that's totally fucking right. And then a few years later, this shit comes out. I'm like, yep, it fucking confirms my suspicions.
That's fucking weird. So like think about like the aliens that come down. They're like, yeah, this will do.
Yeah, I bet. What if they like fucked a dolphin or something, bro? What if we were like amphibian?
Mermaids, dog.
Oh shit, dude.
Atlantis.
You think they did fuck like dolphins or some shit?
Probably.
And
man.
that's what like made mermaids, but they just weren't able to like pass a certain evolutionary point. So they died off. We were the only like offspring that the aliens had that survived.
Mm. Well, maybe, yeah, they wrangled up a couple dolphins.
Yeah. Do you think they just wrangled up a few monkeys and were like, oh shit, they are actually having a ton of sex? Fuck. Maybe that was the first meteor that hit us. It was supposed to wipe us out, but then they were like, that didn't fucking do the trick. Let's hit them with another like
Ice age.
extinction. Yeah, ice age. Like, let's hit them with that shit. Oh fuck, that still didn't work. I feel like because of that, we're gonna fucking live through climate change.
Mm.
I bet climate change is honestly fucking alien shit. I mean, at this point, it makes sense. They're just trying to kill us, but they're like, these motherfuckers are resilient.
They're like cockroaches.
We are the cockroach. Honestly, dude. Oh, dude, you just. We are the cockroaches of the universe.
Can't kill me.
Let me ask you this: how do you feel about cryptocurrency?
I'm not gonna like cap. I don't really know like too much about it. I'm not very big on like being a gambling man.
Well, I feel like the crypto bros don't think of it as gambling. I think they think of it as the future. What do you think about that mindset?
I think it's all witchcraft. All right. I think anything that you can get a picture of SpongeBob that sells for $30,000. That's some voodoo shit right there. That ain't human shit, bruh. What do you think?
No, I totally agree with you. I mean, you're obviously being funny, but to an extent, yes. I think cryptocurrency and like NFTs are the stupidest fucking thing in the world. I do think eventually it might become like a real thing. Like, I think it will kind of overtake the dollar at some point, and like we'll just have a huge transitioning point to cryptocurrency from like regular currency. But I think that's going to be like, honestly, 50 to 100 years down the line. I don't think it's going to be like super quick.
But will I play the NFT video games that are coming out that you can actually like pay? No, you can play to get paid. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, I'll do those.
There's like 10 of those games in development. And honestly, I think that's going to be the next way games are made.
Mm.
It's because there's just so much financial backing behind that. Like, they sell fucking one NFT without the game even coming out. They basically have the funding to make that entire game.
So, and dude, and like think about the servers. Like they're actually making quite a bit of fucking money just because they'll have a bunch of people wanting to play games like this.
Yeah,
like, it's
exactly.
a perfect incentive.
But I think you're gonna be dropping like mortgage money on a fucking sword, in those kind of games.
I thought you get paid to play 'em.
I think there's some that are like that, but there are some where you have to pay for the upgrades.
There's like the one that's coming out. It's called like, what is it? The Big Time or something like that.
I have no idea.
There's one coming out where it looks sweet. It looks like this big ass RPG. right? And what he was explaining was like you do missions, and you get real money in real life from them.
So it's basically like a job.
Yeah, dude.
It's like file this paperwork. That's gonna be
But
the
like,
mission.
do you think about like what they could do with that? Like, you could like hire people to come help you with shit. Like, what? What's happening, bro?
That's basically fucking Craigslist.
Yeah, dude.
I hate this, honestly. What the hell? We just described Craigslist.
I think it's gonna be sweet.
More like Angie's List. Shout out, sponsor us.
Shout out.
But yeah, dude. But the reason why I kind of wanted to bring this up, I was thinking about just getting into the NFT game since I'm a graphic designer. Even though I know like NFTs are fucking stupid, I see how much some of these fucking NFTs are selling, and some of these motherfuckers are so die hard NFT. They will defend this shit with their lives. They would rather fucking defend NFTs than their fucking wife or some shit, you know, like some dumb shit. I would start making NFTs, some fucking lame ass NFT that I put zero fucking effort in.
Turtleberry.
And I bet those I will make a fucking Turtleberry goddamn NFT, dude.
Yes.
Just I will put it out. I was telling you this actually the other day, and I'm gonna gift you the Turtleberry NFT just so you can have it in your portfolio.
Dude, watch it one day. Like, we'll blow up, and then people will like want to buy the Turtleberry NFT for like $1 billion.
It's gonna be a super rare NFT. But dude, like, have you seen some of these fucking NFT prices? There was one that sold for like $69 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's crazy.
It's a fucking picture that I can screenshot, my guy. That's the whole fucking thing that I don't get. You can just fucking screenshot it. It's yours. Like,
I thought that I thought it has to have a certain amount, like a certain coding in it. I thought I saw an interview where it has to have a certain coding within inside the NFT.
well, I mean, you don't. This is the whole thing. Like, you have a like custom code that you can put into like wherever you need to put it into to say like you own it, and then it will register like, oh, you own this image.
Wait, can you make it? Can you make them the coding for it?
No, I think you are given a code.
Damn, I wanted you to put TB69 inside of it.
I don't know. Maybe I can. I don't know. I haven't honestly played around with it, but I think you do get like it's like a 30-something digit code. That's a lot of problems, or that's what a lot of people are having problems with right now with cryptocurrency. Bitcoin especially, because that was like the OG crypto. People who went in on Bitcoin as a joke way back when, they just bought a bunch of it when it was like fucking 69 cents or some shit, you know, whatever. And now it's 2021 and it's like this huge fucking thing. It's like, I don't even know the fucking price, but it's in the tens of thousands of dollars. And people don't know that code that they need to access their wallet.
Oh.
So they are literally sitting on like trillions of dollars, you know?
Oh my god.
And they just can't access it. And it's literally like impossible. You can't even like code an algorithm to like run through every like possible combination because the fucking combination is just so long, or the digit code is so long, you just can't access it. It would take like thousands of years for an algorithm today to try to figure that out.
What is no?
Could you imagine like having billions of dollars literally just sitting on your computer and just you forget your password basically?
Oh,
you just can't get into it.
I don't even, dude. I would be calling anybody I could.
That's what people are doing. People are hiring like $1 million agencies to just try to crack their code, and they just can't. They understand it's like an impossible situation.
That sucks, bro.
Yeah. That's why I'm scared. Like, it's just such a like
Gamble.
Yeah, it's a gamble. We're at such an adolescent stage with crypto. It's just like not. To me, there's just no security in it. So I feel like I don't really. It is a gamble. You just. Yeah. I don't want to play those cards yet.
I saw some that had songs attached to them.
Yeah, I've seen that. Some people are like, some people are NFTing movies now. There's certain movies that you can only get through like the crypto or the blockchain, whatever it's called. You can only like spend crypto to get this movie and own this movie, and there's some songs that are coming out now that cost so much Ethereum.
What a time to be alive.
What if Playboy Cardi next album he drops, it's fully NFT'd and you have to like buy it with crypto?
Looks like Daddy's getting into the crypto game.
So you're a big Playboy guy, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like a whole lot of Red. I honestly,
Okay.
I'm gonna say I like Playboy Cardi, but I mostly only listen to Playboy Cardi leaks. I like Die Lit album. Well, and his self-titled album was pretty good too. Yeah, a lot of his shit's good. Didn't like a whole lot of Red though, except for like, Sky. That was a good one.
That was probably the biggest flop of the year.
A whole lot of Red.
Did that come out this year? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I saw a lot of people giving it like a lot of like good props.
Just only Cardi fans, honestly.
Whoa.
Everybody else that I've seen was like, oh, dude, this is like the worst fucking album I've ever heard. I tried to listen to it, and I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's just like, I guess it's an acquired taste, I guess. Some people don't like Lil Uzi because of the way he sounds. Some people didn't like Fetty Wap because of the way he sounds. But I mean,
And those people are wrong. But that's okay.
Yeah, I guess. Sure. Your opinion is your opinion.
Exactly. But if it's against Lil Uzi Vert, then it's wrong.
Well, yeah, if you go against the GOAT, you're wrong.
Yeah, of course.
Are you a LeBron guy or a Jordan guy?
I'm gonna go with Jordan. What about you?
Are you trying to say you're a Ohio native and you're going against the fucking king right now?
He's a traitor.
Traitor?
Yeah.
Why?
Trader Joe's. He went to Miami Heat, then he went to Lakers.
He went back to Cleveland and won a championship.
Doesn't matter.
People forget that. People forget, yeah, he left Cleveland because the team wasn't building around him, all right? So he was like, all right, fuck this. I'm going to go somewhere and build my own super team. He went to the fucking Heat, won three championships. Bada bing, bada boom. He fucking dipped out of there, went back to Cleveland to give back to his home team, won a ship. Probably one of the biggest feats in all of not college basketball, fucking professional basketball. Came back from a 3-1 deficit, ended up winning. That's fucking GOAT material. And then yeah, that team ended up falling apart after 2 years.
But imagine doing all of that, and then making ugly ass shoes.
Is that why you like Jordan? It's because of the shoes?
I mean, I like Jordan, but I mostly like it because of the shoes.
Okay. You don't watch a lot of basketball. You don't really watch a lot of sports, do you?
I mean, I watch a lot of football when it's on.
Yeah.
But besides that, I'm not a big sports guy. We talked about our Bengals before.
Yeah, the Bengals are number one AFC North.
That's all I'm talking about, man.
We should probably stop talking about teams we like, though, because we jinxed Ohio State against Michigan. Yeah, and I kind of want the Bengals to do something this year, so let's move on.
Yeah.
So, do you have any topics, dude? We've been gone a week. I mean, how have you been? The fucking holidays are coming up. What are you doing?
I mean, I've just been last weekend went out shopping with my family, got some new docks.
You a big dock guy?
Oh yeah, dude. Doc Martens, I think that's probably my favorite shoes. I think probably. I love Doc Martens. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, going shopping with my family. Then we're going up to Xenia, celebrating up there. That's what I'm gonna do. Smoke a bit like usual. Hang out with some family. What about you, man?
Yeah, I mean, I moved to Colorado this year, just recently, so I don't have any family here. Not gonna come back to Ohio. I'm sorry, Gan, for that.
Wow.
But, I'm sorry, dude. It's just like, like times are hard right now, man. I just went to the fucking hospital. I'm gonna be having a fat bill coming my way. But
Everybody knows the bills are optional. Am I right?
I don't think that's how it works. I don't know what world you're living in, but that's the world I want to be in.
It's the best world, bro.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Bills, taxes, optional.
You're here first, man. Gann's giving out the best advice. Listen to him.
From now on, I'm giving financial advice every Thursday. Come in, get some free advice. I'm doing it for the low this week of $39.95. That's right, $39.95. I'll teach you the ins and outs. No problem.
Ins and outs of what?
Of all of it, man.
All of it. Wow. At the low price of $39.99 is what you said?
$39.95.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Don't want to overextend yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's a fucking bargain if I've ever heard of one.
And if you call now in the next 10 minutes, I'll throw in a Ninja Chop blender. How about that?
A Ninja Top.
Bada bing, bada blam. Did you like my used cars? Did you like my used car salesman voice?
Yeah. Cut out the gabagool. Get yourself in here. $39.95.
Get a blender.
Get a blender. Get some lifetime factoids, life hacks, whatever you want to fucking call it. Who's that? Who's that character? Have you been workshopping him?
No, actually, that just came out of nowhere, really.
Came out the fucking dome. Are you listening to this, guys? Voice acting.
I'm trying to think of like a name for him.
Fucking Vinny.
Oh, I know. I'm Bonnie. Bonnie Rigamortis.
Ray Romano.
Ray Romano. Everybody loves Ray. All right.
Gabagool.
He's worshipped around here like some kind of Jesus. It's crazy.
I think it's pronounced Jesus.
Well, by God, I think you're right.
Wait, so what were we talking about?
We were talking about
Stonks?
Yes, we were talking about stonks.
Did we ever talk about or did we ever go back and talk about what you think about the education system?
Oh, kinda.
What do you think about that? What do you think about them redesigning schools to try to alleviate school shootings?
I think it's a terrible time in our lives. I think.
But do you think it's a necessary step?
I think anything that can keep kids safe is that utmost importance.
Okay, I like that. I like that. But so what do you think about the current before all the school shootings
just
started to happen?
Education in general.
Just the school system in general. Education, I feel like, is different. Let me talk about my point of view of it. I feel like the current, or before the whole school shooting stuff started happening, I think the current education system, school system, was just an institution to get people a job, to get them job ready, to get them kind of complacent, being able to take orders, to be able to just kind of memorize things. Like the standardized testing sucked, and I don't think it was real learning. And I think once people started to get into college and get out of that standardized testing, honestly, it's starting to creep into college now. Standardized testing is. and like the current way the school system works. But before, I think once people got into college, they actually were introduced to real education. They were actually more immersed into that, like whatever like field they were studying, they were actually able to learn. And even like the co-ed classes or something or whatever it's called, they were actually able to learn a new form of that, and it was actually a lot more effective. So I mean, like the current school system today is it was just a tool to get people complacent in the workplace. And to me, I don't think that's right. I think going to school, it should solely be about teaching kids about the world, period. Like science, math, teach it the way it should be taught, not don't teach it the way capitalists want it to be taught, you know, or like your boss wants it to be taught.
Yeah. And I think that's just like our teachers don't get paid enough. I don't think at all.
Oh, dude, they do. I think I'm gonna. This is not a hot take, but it will be taken as a hot take in this current society. Teachers have the most important job in the world. That is, you are teaching the next generation how to be a decent person, an educated person. You are molding. I mean, you are literally molding the next generation of people.
I always like I love teachers, man. Like I've had a lot of very good teachers in my life, and I'm very thankful for them. But I don't think teachers get paid enough at all, and that's why I think there's also a lack of people that are, what's the word I'm looking for? Like driven to want to be teachers. Like I'm trying to think, because like I feel like it takes a passion out of it.
They're not motivated. Yeah.
Because like people with passion, like they at least want some decent money towards it. You know, like I know,
nobody's gonna do something for nothing.
Exactly.
You know.
Right. So that's where I think it lacks a lot, and I think like when it comes to people that are more creative driven, I think it lacks any kind of progression for people that grow that way. I think it's more in school. I always felt like I would just like, I know school is not like supposed to be like fun exactly, but I never really felt like fully engaged unless it was like certain classes or even like certain teachers. Like teachers would make it. Like I had an amazing teacher that taught British literature my senior year. You know.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. I feel like students aren't going to school, or like they're just not invested, and we're seeing that. We saw it. They've been doing studies, especially with like kids learning at home because of COVID. They realize like their attention span is non-existent when it comes to school, but they're doing different things where they're like, okay, let's try to do a video, or let's try to do something more engaging that the kids are gonna like. And they're finding out like, oh shit, you know, like if we get the kids engaged in anything related, if we can just draw their attention a bit, it's raising their test scores like significantly.
Exactly.
If you're just doing the fucking same old shit every single year, that Common Core bullshit, standardized testing, it doesn't fucking work. And the person who invented standardized testing even admitted, he was like, that this was the worst idea I ever came up with. And I mean, it's speaking volumes. And like, yeah, you know, if the teachers who are teaching the class, like Gannon was saying, like some of his best classes that he had always had great teachers. If you aren't paying your teachers enough, they aren't going to be motivated to teach that class. They aren't going to feel passionate about teaching. So they're going to give you half-assed lessons. And the students who aren't even paying attention are going to get a quarter or a fraction of that half-assed lesson. And so we're putting out a generation of idiots. I mean, in the most simplest terms, we're putting out a generation of some of the most unmotivated, uneducated, some of the most undriven people, and we will eventually be the leaders of, you know, the world. And some of the most thriving societies in the world today are some of the most educated. And it's so crazy how we haven't realized this in our country, how we haven't started raising teachers' pay. I know there's been so much.
'Cause we live in a society where we don't look at like intelligence or intellect as power. We rather just like essentially metaphorically just throw a rock at it and just call it a day, instead of like, I don't know, just deal with things. I don't know.
Exactly.
That makes sense. You know.
No, I mean it does. I think there's so much systemic like reasons for this. We can thank Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan for defunding our schools and defunding our teachers. You know, it's been a systemic thing. At one point in time we were up there with some of the best like education rankings across the planet, and ever since they came along, we've ranked lower and lower and lower, and that's just helped. You know, these super large corporations, they get people in the door who are just uneducated and just need a job to get by. And because they are so uneducated, they can't seem to get out of those situations. So they're stuck going from company to company to company at that same level. They aren't able to rise up because they just lack that education level.
You know, he was a great teacher, like all over. I think Mr. Conway. Shout out.
Really?
Yes, I loved Mr. Like, dude, he was a great. Like, he was like my favorite coach, my favorite teacher. Like, I thought he was awesome.
I did like Mr. Conway. He he was a great coach, track coach.
Yeah.
Shout out. But yeah, I mean, he did seem motivated to teach his stuff, and he was very engaging. He kept
Nice mix of discipline.
I didn't like that part. I feel like that kind of drives my points away, or what I think school should be about. But I did like his. If you were acting up in class, he would definitely keep you straight.
Yeah.
You know. He would. I'm not gonna say what he did, but I mean, it was nothing like harmful or anything. It was just a little extra. But yeah, shout out Mr. Conway. I also want to give a shout out to, you remember Miss Caldell?
Oh, yeah.
I loved her. She was so awesome.
Yeah. That's where we read that book, Maximum Ride, I was talking about in a previous podcast.
I feel like every English or just literature teacher was just, they were the kind of teacher that you want your teacher to be.
Yeah.
You know? In most cases. I've had some bad English teachers, but
for the most part, they're always good. I always liked them.
Yeah.
Or did you have Kleb?
Huh?
Did you have Kleb?
Kleb?
Klebinger? In CTC?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, he taught chemistry. He was so sweet, dude.
Oh, I didn't take chemistry, dude. I took STEM.
Oh. You were one of those smart guys.
It was the dumb class for my for my lab. Actually, that's what they classified it as.
That's fucked.
I know. But it was like a mixture of science and math, so I had like a study hall for one of my classes, so I didn't have to take a math class or a science class.
Oh,
I had
nice.
I had one put together, which is pretty cool.
That is sweet. Because I hate math. Fuck math.
Yeah. I feel like that's what I regret the most about, like, just looking back at my past. I regret not taking school more seriously, you know?
Really?
I wish I did, like, focus more. I wish I did actually put in the work. I wish I, like, found something that I was interested in, like a subject that I was interested in. I was really into science. I was really into, like, outer space, like electronics, you know. I thought that was super interesting. And if I would have been a fucking scientist or a fucking astronaut or whatever the fuck, I feel like I would have been a lot more successful now. I'm glad I went the art route. I mean, I don't really regret anything, but I do wish I did pay more attention, and maybe I could have worked that into my artwork, you know? I could have done more sciencey stuff, or maybe I could have been a scientist and just added my art to it, you know? And but yeah, I mean, obviously being a scientist, I feel like you have to also be good at math, and I was fucking terrible at math.
That's why I like literature and English.
See, I feel like I'm undiagnosed dyslexic, so I hated reading, but I always loved writing.
I like both. I like a little bit of both.
A little bit of both?
Yeah.
Little mixture, a little rub-a-dub-dub. What's in the tub?
My Little Pony.
Okay, we're done. We're done. End it here.
Okay.
Are you good? Do you have anything you want to say to the audience?
Thank you.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. The world is just an empty void.
The world is a vampire.
What?
You know that song?
No.
I'm sure somebody in the audience knows what that fucking song is. If you know what that song is, I don't know what the name of it is. But just leave in the comments.
Leave it in the comments. like the video, subscribe. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube.
It was on fucking 1039 The X back in the day.
Oh shit, shout out, dude.
Yeah.
They're not called the X anymore. They're Dayton's alternative now.
What the H?
Yeah, have you not listened?
I don't listen to we live in an era of streaming now, Chase. I don't listen to the fucking radio.
Sometimes my Bluetooth doesn't connect to my car, so I'm forced to listen to the radio.
Oh my god.
But I'm not in Dayton anymore, so I don't have that. Dude, there's a radio station out here that's like, it only plays like low key fucking SoundCloud music.
Really?
And it's actually pretty good. They obviously vet the music, so they only put out good stuff. But it's so funny because like the artist name will come up, and it's always like the most emoji filled name that they could find, so it doesn't show up right in the car. It just shows up with like
squares,
weird ass symbols.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like the fucking song name is nothing ever related to what the actual song is about, and it's always something super fucking weird, like booty cheeks get wrecked or some shit.
Peanut butter Squidward.
Peanut butter.
You know.
Well, yeah. Well, my name was Chase.
And I was, and will always be, Rupert.
Thank you, Rupert, for being on the podcast. Thank you, audience, for listening to the podcast. I will see you on the next episode of the Something Original podcast. Peace out.
And get a blender. Peace.
Bye.